Hello, welcome back. Vlogmas, we're on 13, are we not? Don't know. I think it's 13. So, I have two things to post and then I'm going to the charity shop. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm an eBay reseller, in case you're wondering why the post office is the place to be on a regular basis. Oh man, 4 boxes down. Probably will be in that one now because I've gone straight to this one. Okay, so I've sewed this. I thought this brand was better than it actually is. So this is a dress, just like a pinafore dress. It's got pockets, it's got these. This is Lazy Oaf. I have found this twice. The other thing I had was really cool as well, but that didn't sell. And I think, well, it didn't sell. I had it for a year. It was denim t-shirt with patches on it that were like insults. And that took ages to sell. I think I've only just sold it in the last few months for like £20. This has sold for £17.99. I know it was one of these places. I think I've paid £6 for that because I thought I was lazy, eh? It's very dusty in here as well, which I dislike. It's very dusty everywhere. I wish I was in a better control of this situation. It looks terrible in here. I'll just pull the last thing and then I'll show you because I just don't seem to be like winning in here. It's just dirty. Oh, the other thing is literally I can go straight to that. I think that's right. There's so many similar sets. 6366. There's so many similar sets with these fire engine things with Lego. So that's going to America, that one's going to the UK. That's sold for 20, but then they've with the taxes and the rest of it, probably spent more than that having it posted. Now I've got to find my packaging. So in here, this is most of my Lego, and there's some t-shirts and the rest of it. This is stock which I'm supposed to be processing. There's all the stock that's listed. And then everything is just going chaos. I got to a point where this was sort of like empty here, and now it's back looking stupid. I just can't win. I cannot win. And what am I doing today? I'm going to the charity shop. My husband said he wanted the car yesterday, but then he was like, well, if I get caught in traffic, I'm going to run out of fuel because it's not even, I don't even think the light is on. Or is it? I don't know. I like to run it right down. At the moment, we barely go anywhere and we just sort of run around town. So generally, we can fill the car up and it lasts 3 months. And that's if we put the E5 fuel in. So I'm going to go to the charity shop first, go in there, then come back. Probably then find that I can't do a left turn and have to like travel to the middle of the Keys before I can make my way back to the post office I want to go to. I'm going to only use my post office at the moment, my regular one, because of the like on and off strikes, because they seem to move things faster on. And I really do need to get a haircut, don't I? But I resent how much haircuts cost. And I resent that haircut that I got that was cheap. It seems to me that you can get a £10 drive-by haircut, or you have to pay like the £60 region haircut. There is a place where I can go and I can get a £40 haircut, but they've sort of changed a lot there and they're not very good now. And I say it's at least £45. And none of them speak English there, so you don't get the haircut that you want because they just, you tell them what you want and they go, yes, yes, and then you come out looking crazy, because that's what happened to my husband. which is why he pays a lot for his. But you see, they've cancelled his appointment, so he's not impressed with them. So I don't really want to go to them either. So there we are. But I do need to get this sorted because I just look weird. Right, anyway, I'm going to pack this up and shoot off and do these things. I know it's like it's weird now that we rarely fill the car up. It's weird, but I am intending on going down to see my parents, so I do need to put decent fuel in it, because if I don't put the right fuel in it, I'll have to fill up twice. Where if I put the right fuel in it, I won't need to fill up at all. That'll just get me there and back. And I'd rather have economic fuel in my car. At a time when, if you break down, you don't want to be breaking down because you've got the wrong fuel in your car. You guys are probably just using the new fuel. But when that petrol crisis that was faked was around, you know, because I'm now a conspiracy theorist because of everything that happened, I read into what actually was going on. Anyway, right, let's crack on. The big problem is I've just been delivered this big bag of shit from Shine. Shit from Shine, that's what they should do it. They should change it to that. Now, the label, there's a label on there and there's a recipient of that who it's supposed to be. But the label that was stuck over it was the signed for a label that my friend down in Cornwall had stuck on her parcel, which has actually got all my Christmas presents in and expensive stuff rather than shit from Shine. And there's nothing I can do about it now because they've got industrial action, and the chances of tracking down this parcel is now going to be so slim because it's now, we don't even, I thought if I leg it over here now, they'll be able to work out which van is out en route now. And I know because the guy came up the stairs, and I know that he works for Every usually. I know he works for Hermes because he's the only one who walks up my staircase. So he sometimes works for Royal Mail and he sometimes works for Every. He works for Every on the weekend because I have my Every stuff is delivered on the weekend from this same guy. So I know he's moonlighting and he's working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So this label, I mean, the thing is it was so obvious that this label had come off a parcel. How obvious is that? That it's come off a parcel. So it had that number on it. So I immediately knew because it said Cornwall. And I just think it's going to be lost in the ether. This is my first problem with Royal Mail, and it's a personal problem. Right. So this is me at the point of giving up. I just don't know what else to do. So I've just been on hold for 40 minutes. Well, it was 30 minutes / 40 minutes on hold with Royal Mail. Got to speak to somebody, explain the problem. And they said, oh, okay, we'll just take some details. And then they hung up. It's probably because I said, I know that this is somebody who's moonlighting for Hermes. So, yeah. This is said parcel that I've received. It's amazing how much shit that people buy from Shein, isn't it? Yeah, so this is definitely Shein. So they haven't even got the details for this. So I suppose if anything, I've got Serena Brown stuff. I mean, that's really obvious, but then this doesn't this doesn't help for the fact that I've been sending my stuff with this tracked thing all of this week. So I've got this big pile of shit there, which looks like, you know, one of those things where if you buy lost parcels, that looks like the sort of shit that you get with it. It's all handbags and garbage. And this is the actual label that was on the parcel. So this is covered in dirt, this tape. My friend said that it was on a box and it was taped all the way around it. She's written it on the back of a Christmas card. I mean, it is, there's lots of dirt on this tape. So it's obviously been taken off and put on here, you know, and then it's got that barcode on there. I just can't believe I got down to the sorting office just as they were going to close. Just as they closed, and they closed the door on me. Because it's the only chance of sorting anything. But the thing is that I don't know, because I know this guy moonlights. My poly bags, which came by Every, were delivered by this guy, and they came on the weekend. So I know that this guy is just working. To be tired when you're supposed to be reading labels is not going to help. But he probably just liked the look of this parcel. So it's got my friend's address written on it. So there's a possibility that it'll get returned to her, because that's the only thing now that's on this parcel is her return address. But I don't. There's part of me just believes that this guy decided he liked the look of this parcel and it's going to be his parcel. Because I don't see why you wouldn't have delivered that one when that's got a very obvious label on it and it's got a thermal printer label, which is making me think now maybe I should start using thermal printing labels instead of what I do, because I use the sellotape method. So it's kind of like put the kibosh on what I was doing, because before that knock on the door came, I was taking photos and I was doing quite well. So I'm going to list what I've taken photos of. I did get some decent stuff today from charity, but I haven't done anything with that because I came back and I wanted to take advantage of the light. So I'm going to do a whole video tomorrow with that. So you will get to see that. It's just that this day has now gone up the Swanee. Oh. You know when you get in a car and you're trying to get somewhere fast. It was one of those where there was lots of people at junctions in front of me turning left who would like this. Who were like just not moving. And yeah, so that kind of slowed me down. Otherwise, I probably would have got there in time. But then, you know, what would they have done? They would have just gone, oh, you've got to go online and open a claims form. I just wanted to ring now so that they could actually possibly do something about it. But they're not going to, are they? They're not going. You know, they've got this prince who's working for them, who also works for Every, who... That's the way they're dealing with. That's the way they're dealing with their strike action. So this is frustrating, and it's frustrating for people who use Every, because this guy should just work for Every. He shouldn't be moonlighting with Royal Mail. You see, I know the reason I know that it's this guy is because it's the only guy who comes up the stairs and knocks on my door. There's only one guy that does that. And last week when he did it, it was because he was delivering my poly bags. And I think at the time when that came through, I didn't even think about looking at it. I didn't even question it, because I knew that I was expecting something from eBay, and I expected all my bubble mailers to be arriving in a big poly bag like that. So I didn't question it. Otherwise I would have said, look, this is clearly not supposed to be on this. But he just scanned it and gave it to me. And I didn't think, this is my thing. It's just lost, isn't it? It's weird because it's annoying when it's Christmas presents. This is my friend who sent Christmas presents to me, and it's got something fairly decent in it. you see, if I sent a pair of these chinos off and they got missing, they went missing, and I had to refund £20 on it, it's £20, and it's just one of those things, isn't it? So, right, this is the end of Vlogmas today. Tomorrow I will come back and I will do, you know, what should have been part 2 of this Vlogmas, which will be the whole video of all of the stuff which I've got today, because I'm going to stay here and do photos tomorrow. There's no point in, technically I shouldn't have to post anything tomorrow unless it's down with UPS, because that's my only other delivery option that I have on my thing. So hopefully the delivery date should show that there's a strike. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you've enjoyed this fun. Maybe, you know, if Royal Mail don't take this, we can do like an unboxing of the shit that Serena Brown wanted to order from Shein. Because I don't know what to do with this now. Right. Obviously I taped this off because I quickly taped it up. I don't usually tape my parcels this badly. It's just I knew that it was nothing to do with me. My husband was the one that opened it, so I normally cut them open. But I knew that he was expecting stuff. It's just it's like phone covers, and somebody's obviously been very drunk with Shein and just literally ordered lots of stuff. So apparently Shein are based in Willenhall, so Walsall, so it must be really, really rubbish in their charity shops, because we get all the boohoo car stuff here. They must get some right stuff there. Oh God. Yeah, you see, that's my feelings are, is that Royal Mail need to like sort this out, because they need to take that and deliver that to the person that it's supposed to be with, and I need my parcel. So at the moment, at least I can hold all this crap from Shein hostage. But you see, she'll just get her money back, and it's me and my friend Sarah who are the ones who've lost out. Right. Anyway, that's Vlogmas for today. There's always some insane thing. The thing is that I've been watching everybody else's problems with Royal Mail and delivery, and I haven't had an item not received case open yet. I have had my eBay envelopes which haven't come through, but that's because they're still sat at eBay's warehouse. They haven't actually had them collected by Every, according to when I put it in on their website. They said, I was like thinking, well, this is too good to be true. I haven't had any problems with Royal Mail yet. What's going on? So now I've got a problem with Royal Mail, because it crossed my mind. I didn't say it out loud, but you know, now tracking cookies is getting into my brain, because I found that often when I say things out loud, I'll get adverts and the rest of it for it. But there's obviously something to this metadata, because I've said a few things, well, I've thought a few things, they've crossed my mind, and then it's appeared on my social media as like a sponsored advert. So I think maybe the meta is getting in here and finding a way. So be careful what you think, guys. There's definitely something out there. I heard an advert as well on the way back, and they were talking about Skynet on the advert, and I was like, is what? Skynet? What? Hello? Bit weird. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with a haul video. So, you know, and I mean, maybe I'll video it now, or maybe I'll do it in daylight. I don't know. Maybe I will video it now, because I need daylight to actually get photos done, and I'm wasting my daylight hours. And because I shouldn't technically have to go out tomorrow to Royal Mail to do any posting, because eBay should, anything that's paid should have a dispatch date in 2 days. if they're doing what they're supposed to do. It's like very hit and miss as to what they do. I should be just hitting the ground running tomorrow when it's decent sun, decent daylight, and I should be just hitting the ground running and getting things photographed and listed. So yeah, I'm a bit like, I can't believe that the problem that I have with Royal Mail is something that was actually intended for me. Because I get such little amount of mail come through that's actually personally for me. I know that I get like big job lots of Lego, but I'm just like the custodian of that who sorts through it and then it goes to somebody else. There's actually something that's intended for me, and it's been stolen by the moonlighting every driver. Right, that's enough now. I'll be back with a whole video for the next day of Vlogmas. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.